students, welcome to the lecture on Enterprise Resource Planning. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Understand the definition and meaning of ERP, explain the supply chain ERP, discuss the optimized production technology, describe e-commerce. Let's start with the introduction of Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP is an acronym for Enterprise Resource Planning, but even its full name does not shed much light on what ERP is or what it does. For that, you need to think about all the various processes that are essential to running a business, including inventory and order management, accounting, human resources, customer relationship management, CRM, and beyond. At its most basic level, ERP software integrates these various functions into one complete system to streamline processes and information across the entire organization. The central feature of all ERP systems is a shared database that supports multiple functions used by different business units. In practice, this means that employees in different divisions, for example, accounting and sales, can rely on the same information for their specific needs. Let us now discuss the definition and meaning of ERP. Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP, is business management software that allows an organization to use a system of integrated applications to manage the business. ERP software integrates all facets of an operation, including product planning, development, manufacturing processes, sales, and marketing. An ERP management information system integrates areas such as planning, purchasing, inventory, sales, marketing, finance, and human resources, etc. ERP software typically consists of multiple enterprise software modules that are individually purchased based on what best meets the specific needs and technical capabilities of the organization. Each ERP module is focused on one area of business processes, such as product development or marketing. Some of the more common ERP modules include those for product planning, material purchasing, inventory control, distribution, accounting, marketing, finance, and HR. Need for enterprise resource planning. Why ERP? Separate systems were being maintained during 1960 and 1970 for traditional business functions like sales and marketing, finance, human resources, manufacturing, and supply chain management. These systems were often incongruent, hosted in different databases, and required batch updates. It was difficult to manage business processes across business functions, example, procurement to pay, and sales to cash functions. The ERP system grew to replace the islands of information by integrating these traditional business functions. The successful implementation of an ERP system will have many advantages, such as business integration and improved data accuracy. The ERP system is composed of various modules, submodules, where a module represents a particular business component. If data is entered in one module, such as receiving, it automatically updates other related modules, such as accounts payable and inventory. planning and MIS. The various decision support tools like planning engines and simulations functions form an integral part of ERP system, which helps in proper utilization of resources like materials, human resources, and tools. Now we will study the supply chain ERP. Enterprise resource planning and supply chain management is a formal method to effectively plan all the resources in the business enterprise. Through the implementation of enterprise resource planning and supply chain management, manufacturing companies establish operating systems and operating performance measurements to enable them to manage business operations and meet business and financial objectives. Manufacturers in today's global markets are experiencing dramatically reduced margins coupled with rising customer expectations. Being a successful supply chain partner for customers demands up to the minute information visibility. It needs information on everything from supply chain inventories to production planning to shop floor scheduling to the increasingly robust set of data collected on customer demographics and order preferences. The ability of manufacturers to collect, analyze, and share this information has become a basic operating requirement for global supply chain operations. An integrated enterprise resource planning (ERP) system can help manufacturers achieve the efficient and effective use of their manufacturing assets and provide customers with the visibility they need. In addition, an ERP system can provide a powerful opportunity for many manufacturers to gain critical insight and competitive advantage by taking them beyond simply managing internal business processes. We can find valuable information at the edge of the company, along those boundaries and interaction points that occur between the manufacturer, its customers, and suppliers. Savvy manufacturers have recognized the benefits of investing in integrated ERP systems, realizing that it enables them to fulfill their mission to provide a platform that enables effective response to the changing supply chain with reduced long-term information technology costs. Develop better customer insight and interaction. To build long-term relationships with customers today, you need to listen to and understand them. This requires that you maintain a holistic view of those customers. You can obtain such a broad spectrum view from a variety of data sources, including your supply chain systems, sales and marketing, customer service and field service systems, internal database information, and knowledge gathered from unstructured interaction with customers. Achieve global visibility in a demand-driven supply chain. It is critical in an age of tight cost management that manufacturers optimize inventory investment and continue to provide excellent customer service. To do so, manufacturers need to know where inventory is throughout the entire supply chain, which is information an ERP system can help to provide. Managing for higher performance. Executives know that measurement and performance are inextricably linked. Whole new metrics, key performance indicators, KPIs, and benchmarks can give advanced warning of problems managers may face in their operations. Integrated ERP systems today include business analytics that enable executives to standardize metrics across the organization and monitor production and profitability. In fact, ERP systems can provide actionable information to employees at all levels of the organization and make it accessible through their familiar desktop tools, bringing speed and quality to their decision making. By integrating data, standardizing processes, and opening up visibility to the global supply chain, an integrated ERP system can offer manufacturers a fast path to reduced cost structures, increased speed, and improved transparency that can improve customer satisfaction and company profitability. Today's ERP systems have become an operating platform that can scale and deal with the global competition that is in every manufacturer's future. Let's now learn about optimized production technology. Optimized production technology is a proprietary scheduling system using computer software which was originally developed by Dr. Eliyahu Goldratt and colleagues who recognized that one of the most complex problems facing manufacturing organizations was that of shop floor scheduling. OPT is an operations control system that is based on the identification of bottlenecks within the production process. Bottlenecks are defined as any resource whose capacity is less than or equal to the demand placed on it. The system is based on the concept that there are two fundamental manufacturing phenomena. Dependent events. All processes rely upon the completion of preceding operations. Statistical fluctuations. Process times fluctuate around an average. The effect of these phenomena is that the capacity of a plant must be unbalanced and therefore bottlenecks are inevitable. As defined by Johnson, the OPT method of scheduling dictates that material should be launched onto the shop floor at the rate at which it is consumed by the bottleneck. Furthermore, a time buffer of work should protect the production in the bottleneck. This means that work scheduled for day 3 arrives on day 1, creating a buffer of 2 days as protection against disruption in operations before the bottleneck. Main features of OPT. The main features of OPT are described by facts as balance flow is not capacity. The level of utilization of any part of the system, which is not a bottleneck, is optimized production technology dependent on other constraints in the system, not the potential of the worker. The utilization and activation of a resource are not synonymous. An hour lost at the bottleneck is an hour lost for the total system. Developing OPT. The steps used to develop OPT consists of preparation, measuring performance, project planning, and identifying hardware and software requirements. Plant analysis, analyzing the manufacturing processes and how they are managed. Bottleneck analysis. This is conducted by analyzing work in progress and shortages versus excesses. Potential bottlenecks are those resources which appear on the shortage list, but not the excess list. Computer modeling. This is the process of developing the engineering network and instructing the OPT scheduler how to interpret details concerning the manufacture of products such as dependent setups, critical material, fixed batch quantities, maximum batch quantities, consumable tools, network, and uninterruptible processes. Operating OPT. OPT is operated through OPT software, which has been developed to control complex manufacturing processes. The software will model the process and produce the schedules in the shape of material and capacity plans, using the OPT bottleneck forward loading techniques. The shop floor control system will then monitor progress against the schedule and initiate any action to overcome shortfalls. Benefits. The benefits for OPT are that it will schedule finite resources in order to achieve maximum factory effectiveness. The scheduling system addresses the key problem of bottlenecks, improves profitability by simultaneously increasing throughput, reduces inventory and operating expenses. Did you know ERP2 was coined in the early 2000s? It describes web-based software that provides employees and partners, such as suppliers and customers, with real-time access to ERP systems. Electronic commerce, or e-commerce, refers to a wide range of online business activities for products and services. It also pertains to any form of business transaction in which the parties interact electronically rather than by physical exchanges or direct physical contact. E-commerce is usually associated with buying and selling over the internet or conducting any transaction involving the transfer of ownership or rights to use goods or services through a computer-mediated network. Though popular, this definition is not comprehensive enough to capture recent developments in this new and revolutionary business phenomenon. A more complete definition is: e-commerce is the use of electronic communications and digital information processing technology in business transactions to create, transform, and redefine relationships for value creation between or among organizations and between organizations and individuals. International Data Corp, IDC, estimated the value of global e-commerce in 2000 at $338 billion US dollars. This was projected to climb as high as $3.14 trillion US dollars by 2004. IDC also predicted an increase in Asia's percentage share in worldwide e-commerce revenue from 5% in 2000 to 10% in 2004. Asia-Pacific e-commerce revenues were projected to increase from $76.8 billion at year-end of 2001 to $338.5 billion by the end of 2004. Easy for business. Although e-commerce once required an expensive interface and personal security certificate, this is no longer the case. Virtual storefronts are offered by a variety of hosting services and large internet presences that offer simple solutions to vendors who have little or no online experience. Tools for running successful e-commerce websites are built into the hosting servers, eliminating the need for the individual merchant to redesign the wheel. These tools include benefits such as virtual shopping carts, inventory and sales logs, and the ability to accept a variety of payment options, including secure credit card transactions. Security improvements. Early e-commerce was stunted by security fears, but improved technology has made millions of people worldwide feel comfortable buying online. Seeing the vast potential in online commerce, most credit card companies helped allay fears by guaranteeing that cardholders would not be held responsible for fraudulent charges as a result of online shopping. All of these factors have helped e-commerce become a booming industry. Convenient for shoppers. The popularity of online commerce is understandable, considering the time and hassle involved in running from store to store searching for an item. It not only takes valuable time and energy, but using transportation usually costs money. Is e-commerce the same as e-business? While some use e-commerce and e-business interchangeably, they are distinct concepts. In e-commerce, information and communications technology, ICT, is used in inter-business or inter-organizational transactions, transactions between and among firms, organizations, and in business-to-consumer transactions, transactions between firms, organizations, and individuals. What are the different types of e-commerce? The major different types of e-commerce are business-to-business, B2B, business-to-consumer, B2C, business-to-government, B2G, consumer-to-consumer, C2C, and mobile commerce, M-commerce. B2B e-commerce. B2B e-commerce is simply defined as e-commerce between companies. This is the type of e-commerce that deals with relationships between and among businesses. About 80% of e-commerce is of this type, and most experts predict that B2B e-commerce will continue to grow faster than the B2C segment. Benefits of B2B e-commerce in developing markets. The impact of B2B markets on the economy of developing countries is evident in the following. Transaction costs. There are 3 cost areas that are significantly reduced through the conduct of B2B e-commerce. First is the reduction of search costs, as buyers need not go through multiple intermediaries to search for information about suppliers, products, and prices, as in a traditional supply chain. Second is the reduction in the costs of processing transactions, example, invoices, purchase orders, and payment schemes. As B2B allows for the automation of transaction processes and therefore the quick implementation of the same compared to their channels. Third, online processing improves inventory management and logistics. B2C e-commerce. Business to consumer e-commerce or commerce between companies and consumers involves customers gathering information, purchasing physical goods, example, tangibles such as books or consumer products, or information goods or goods of electronic material or digitized content such as software, ebooks, and for information goods, receiving products over an electronic network. What forces are fueling e-commerce? There are at least 3 major forces fueling e-commerce: economic forces, marketing and customer interaction forces, and technology, particularly multimedia convergence. Economic forces. One of the most evident benefits of e-commerce is economic efficiency resulting from the reduction in communication costs, low-cost technological infrastructure, speedier and more economic electronic transactions with suppliers, lower global information sharing and advertising costs, and cheaper service alternatives. Market forces. Corporations are encouraged to use e-commerce in marketing and promotion to capture international markets, both big and small. The internet is likewise used as a medium for enhanced customer service and support. Technology forces. The development of ICT is a factor in the growth of e-commerce. For instance, technological advances in digitizing content, compression, and the promotion of open systems technology have paved the way for the convergence of communication services into one single platform. Scope of e-commerce. E-commerce applications began in the early 1970s with such innovations as electronic transfer of funds. However, the applications were limited to large corporations and a few daring small businesses. Then came electronic data interchange, EDI, which added other kinds of transaction processing and extended participation to all industries. Since the commercialization of the internet and the introduction of the web in the early 1990s, EC applications have rapidly expanded. Benefits of e-commerce. Following are the benefits of e-commerce. To organizations. Expands a company's marketplace to national and international markets. Shortens or even eliminates marketing distribution channels, making products cheaper and vendors' profits higher. To customer. Frequently provides less expensive products and services by allowing consumers to conduct quick online comparisons. Gives consumers more choices than they could easily locate otherwise. To society. Enables individuals to work at home and to do less traveling, resulting in less road traffic and lower air pollution. Limitations of e-commerce. Following are the limitations of e-commerce. Technical limitations. Lack of universally accepted standards for quality, security, and reliability. Insufficient telecommunications bandwidth. Non-technical limitations. Lack of national and international government regulations and industry standards. Lack of mature methodologies for measuring benefits and justifying EC. Did you know in 1990 Tim Berners-Lee wrote the first web browser, World Wide Web, using a NeXT, N-E-X-T, computer? Now, in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. The central feature of all ERP systems is a shared database that supports multiple functions used by different business units. Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP, is business management software that allows an organization to use a system of integrated applications to manage the business. Enterprise resource planning and supply chain management is a formal method to effectively plan all the resources in the business enterprise. An integrated enterprise resource planning (ERP) system can help manufacturers achieve the efficient and effective use of their manufacturing assets and provide customers with the visibility they need. OPT is operated through OPT software, which has been developed to control complex manufacturing processes. Electronic commerce, or e-commerce, refers to a wide range of online business activities for products and services.